Madagascar, Escape to Africa is a really good film. I really enjoyed this. I didn't plan on waiting so long to watch this after watching the first film, but it wasn't on a streaming site at the time. Finally, it was. It's now on Amazon Prime, and I really enjoyed it. I think, and I don't know this for certain, but I think I preferred it to the first film. This was released in 2008. It's directed by Eric Darnell and Tom McGrath. It's written by Ethan Cohen, Eric Darnell, and Tom McGrath. And we have a voice cast including, to name just a few, Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, Jada Pinkett Smith, Willow Smith, Sacha Baron Cohen, Cedric the Entertainer, Alec Baldwin. I will stop there, but obviously really have a quality voice cast, definitely reflected in the quality of the voice acting. And the narrative is quite interesting. The opening scene is brutal, though. It is very, very difficult to watch, in a good way. It's very effective. It revolves around baby Alex, but I'll say no more than that. And the bulk of the film focuses on the fact that our usual cast of characters are heading back to New York, but the plane doesn't make it. It kind of crashes on this nature reserve in Kenya. And it's all about them initially trying to work out what to do, but interacting with a lot of other animals. We have some gorgeous lions. The lions are absolutely beautiful, and there are a lot of it focuses on Alex, but there are little stories for the other characters as well. And I don't want to say too much more than that, but as a narrative, it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I thought the story worked really well. I didn't know what to expect before I started watching it, by which I mean I had a tiny amount of information, but I didn't know too much. And I thought it worked really well. As I said, I think I prefer it to the first film. The scenes in New York in the first film are my absolute favourite, and I prefer those to anything that happened in this film. But when it comes to the bulk of the narrative, I actually think this one was a bit more interesting, and I'd love to know if that's a popular thought or not. It does seem well received, though. It has 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb across 256,000 reviews and ratings, which for a sequel of any kind, that's pretty amazing. So it does seem to be well received. The narrative's great, the characters are great, voice acting is great, the animation is obviously absolutely stunning. It's exactly the quality one would expect from DreamWorks, so obviously no problems there. I have no complaints. I'd say the music is less iconic than it is in the first film, but in a way that I kind of liked, because I feel like certain songs in the first film I've heard so much that I didn't mind that too much. That's not to say we don't have great songs in this, but everything about this worked really well, ticked all of the right boxes, had a lot of fun with the story, loved getting to know the characters more. I will absolutely be watching the third film sooner rather than later as well, because I believe it is on a streaming site, so I might watch that within the next few days. And for now, I'm pleased to say that Madagascar, Escape to Africa was pretty fabulous. If you've been considering watching it, if you liked the first film, absolutely check it out. I think you'll find it to be a really worthy sequel. I hope so. If you didn't love the first film, it might be worth watching. As I said, I think it's better. But if you hated the first film, then I'd say it's probably not worth checking out. But either way, I enjoyed it. Definitely worth the wait. I thought Madagascar, Escape to Africa was a pretty solid film.